Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to
Instant
Finish, where we have been listening to the latest Sixth Doctor box set.
Oh my
Bad Terms.
God. Oh my God. How excited were we for the 2 weeks leading up to New Colin? Oh, man, you could have brought anything out. Anything at all. All of our favourites. Gallifrey, Bambera, anything. Nothing would have got us more excited. We set aside a whole evening, time down the beach, sausage sandwiches, Colin. I mean, lay on a spread for your new release. We were so excited.
So this box set is a Sixth Doctor and Perry set. So it's nice to have Perry back. We haven't had her for a while, really.
How good is their chemistry these days? Like years and years and years of friendship, and fuck me, their chemistry is so good in these.
So it's supposed to be the older Perry.
Yes, I'm not sure that's ever mentioned.
Started ages ago, but no, there's nothing really to indicate that it is anyway. Anyway, so we've got 2 stories, 2 3-parters in this set.
Unusual.
Yeah, slightly different. So the first one is, oh God, how do you say this? Saras of the Seven Seas by Nina Milnes.
To be fair, I'm not sure I could do any better with that title.
Oh, and Red for Danger.
Exclamation mark.
Found it.
I love those titles. Kablam! Exclamation mark.
So the first one, we are at sea. It's pirates.
Yeah, again.
Irish pirates.
Colin's already had a pirate story, probably the best pirate story there's ever going to be, which is Doctor Who and the Pirates featuring our Evelyn Smythe. But I didn't you like the fact that this was completely different from that? It was set on a boat at the high seas, but where that was a tragedy and a character story, this was just a massive romp, wasn't it? A great adventure.
Well, yeah, with the cover blurb, they were like in Captain Perry, and her dressed up on the front and everything.
Perry.
I thought this might have gone down the more comedy, silly route.
It wasn't so
much.
And
played on that, but no, it wasn't. That was a surprise. That was a surprise. And actually, the biggest surprise was guest star David Gareth Lloyd as well. We weren't sure which one he was at first.
I thought he was the alien. I thought
he
was the one talking like that. Cause I thought, well, that sounds like a Welsh voice. It wasn't.
It was the posh, horrible guy.
The man who was going
from the Navy.
Oh no! Don't leave me here. It was that one.
Completely unrecognisable.
Right. I mean, once people hear this, Yanto Shran's going to be ripped down. I swear to God, he was so awful in this. I mean, not awful performance, but the character was so awful.
So in the story, there was a couple of like twists, kind of moments. You guess the first one in like the second episode, and then I guess the next one as well. In the first
episode, when she said, "Oh my God, I feel sick," I'm like, she's pregnant.
Okay, spoilers everyone for this one.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And then there's another.
I don't think you need to be Councillor Troy, to realise that she's pregnant. I mean, there's plenty of references to it.
And then the next one I guessed as well early on, so it's fairly predictable.
Yeah, we won't tell you the second twist, so you can at least listen to that bit. Although it is again, I don't think the predictability was a problem. Though.
No, it just sort of sailed along.
Well done.
Pretty
sailed along.
There wasn't anything, great big dramatic moments really. There wasn't any.
Are you kidding me?
Memorable.
No,
not really.
But okay, I must disagree with you here. The great action set piece in episode 2 where you got 2 fleets of ships going at each other and poor Captain Perry sucked down into the depths then swallowed whole by a ship.
I had a minute where I was like, so these people are on this ship, these people are on this ship, and there's this ship, because it goes between all of them, especially sort of towards the end of part 1 into part 2. I was like, okay, it was a little bit difficult to keep up with who was where at some points.
I don't want you to accuse me of being mean to you, but you do have a little bit of trouble keeping up with these things.
Well,
I perfectly knew where I was in the story all the way through.
Well, yeah, it was fine. It was okay.
No, I've got more things to say. Excuse me. The actress who plays the Scourge of the Seven Seas, the Lady Pirate, I don't know what the actress's name is, but she was amazingly good. It's so great to have Irish voices in. And this is her only big finish, And I was looking to see... Yeah. That actress, what's her name?
Who'd she play again?
The pirate.
Rebecca O'Mara.
Rebecca O'Mara, yeah. O'Mara, oh my God. Sam West. No, she was amazingly good, I thought. And she had wonderful rapport with Colin. And it did the thing that I absolutely adore about Chris Chibnall historicals, and that is the focus was on women in history. And I really love that. Are you listening to me?
It
You're
was very
looking at your
good.
phone.
Yes, yeah. Women in
No,
history.
I think you're understanding how good this was. And I think it's very refreshing because of the constant set we had earlier in the year that had one romp, one sort of psychological drama, and then one science fiction epic. And then this was just a great adventure. And I think what Jacqueline Rayner's doing with the Sixth Doctor stories is she's just giving you all different tones. And so different companions, different tones. So you can't really predict what's coming next.
Although Perry was written out like halfway through, it just disappeared for a bit and then didn't come back again.
I think that's the one
Until the end.
consequence of having that many strong women in this story is that maybe you didn't need the female companion as much. So she's just put in a sail with Gareth David Lloyd, and the fabulous Irish pirate takes over, Come on, me hearties, we're going to do this. What? Oh my God, my waters are broken. Amazing. And the last episode where you had the baby in the TARDIS and the Doctor was like, "Goochie, goochie, goo." Oh my God, it was so great. Yeah, I thought this was great fun.
Yeah, very good.
Really good fun. Yeah, you're right. It's not one for the ages. It's not one you're going to go, "Oh my God, I have to go." And what's it called again? I don't remember.
Saras
I have to go and see
Saras
that one we can't pronounce. But for just a great time. And why can't Doctor Who and Big Finish just be a great time every now and again? I thought it was great fun.
Well, next it's Red for Danger.
Oh boy. This was
okay. So there are spoilers for this one. We are going to big spoilers in this.
Yeah. Well,
spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
The biggest
warning.
The biggest spoiler we could possibly give you. Spoiler. Is the cliffhanger to episode 1 is the Doctor and this kid. He's dragged into the TARDIS by this kid, and he goes, "I am the son of Doctor Who." And Mark and I were like, "What? What is going on?"
I mean, yeah, loads. Oh my God, so much going on here. So much going on.
Brilliant. It was.
But there
great.
are all the clues to the big ending. They're looking for a redheaded child.
Yes.
That's had like a connection to the TARDIS. They're in a private school where there are alien
Talk
beings.
about hiding your twist in plain sight, and they've found it.
Lots of different mentions.
I'm going to ask you all, who do you imagine the red-headed child in a boarding school might be? We didn't even realise.
Very cleverly put together, keeping people apart or disguised or not recognising until the very end.
With a great twist where?
A twist where?
At the end. What is the twist?
Well, it's Turlo, of course.
Yeah, Turlo was in this story all along.
But
he doesn't recognise the Doctor, but he does recognise Perry.
And you're in this school of aliens, and there's like Perry's wearing a chameleon circuit, so you can't see who she is.
Nicola Bryant is having to play like an old professor, so she's bringing her voice down like this.
A little bit sometimes.
It's very funny.
But this whole, before we get to even any of the Turlo stuff, because that's sort of right at the end.
Literally
that's
the
just
last
a little bit at the end to lead us into the next box set, I guess. This whole thing about where this kid thinks the Doctor is his father. So we have this whole storyline pretty much of that going on where
he found it and goes, "I'm going to do the Doctor's daughter, right? But it ain't going to be pony. It's going to be really great and touching and very clever." And he pulls it off, I think, brilliantly. Like the Doctor's daughter, because she's in no way the Doctor's daughter, aside from the emotional connection. And of course, the kid in this is in no way Colin Baker's son. Oh, sorry, the Sixth Doctor's son. I'm not casting aspersions on Colin Baker now. What's he get up to in those conventions? Who knows? He might have children everywhere. But Neve spends the bulk of episode 2 with the Doctor thinking that this kid is his son, and he's teaching him how to make a sonic screwdriver, and they develop a really lovely relationship. The chemistry between the two actors is wonderful, and the Doctor thinks, "Oh my God." Somehow he's convinced that this is his son, and that he's going to be able to take someone out in the universe again, and like Susan. It's really wonderful. And I didn't think in a million years you could give the Sixth Doctor a story like this and it would work. And I think the thing about Neil Fountain's scripts is he always just pushes outside the envelope. Look at all the ones he's done. Widow's Assassin, Perry and the Piscon Paradox. It's never just your bog standard Doctor Who, is it? It's always something totally out of the box. And the answer as to whose son this kid really is and why was really smart as well. It made perfect sense. And when the kid then goes off and like he kind of misunderstands what the Doctor's saying about how we can go out into the universe and do things. And he's being bullied terribly at this boarding school. So he goes back and he's determined to literally bring down the boarding school, no matter how. He's going to burn down the boarding school. And so the Doctor's dealing with this wayward child who he's basically said, go out and right wrongs. And that's how he thinks to do it because he's a kid. I just thought it was really
Although
a
interesting,
great
again,
script.
Perry is locked in a cupboard for a bit and out of the way for quite
She
a big
is.
chunk of it,
Yeah.
which I'm surprised at. So it's not the best box set for Perry overall.
It's a wonderful one for Colin, though. Like Colin in the first story as well, where he gets to sort of clash swords with the pirates. There's a wonderful bit where they're going, "Ah, me hearties." He comes up on the bridge and goes, "Well, I'm glad to see everybody's on brand." Like, he's very
Yeah, he
funny.
gets some good lines. He always does.
Love the school setting. I fucking love the
that
school
was a really
setting.
good idea.
Just like Capaldi in Series 10, it just works so brilliantly for the Doctor. And the idea of the school so basically it's all the despots of the universe send their alien children to this school because boarding schools on Earth are so appalling that they're going to turn them into monsters. I mean, that's a great joke, right? And a great comment on the strictness of boarding schools. I just had an atmosphere to it, this one.
Yeah, it
that I
definitely had a different
really
feel that we haven't had
liked.
for a long time
Well,
with
how rare is that,
any
though?
big finish, really. Yeah,
Like,
so it did feel different.
Like the first one, which was brilliantly directed, I have to say. I did think the first one had lots of energy and fun to it and great music. But we've seen pirate stories before. What was the one you were talking about? Flying Dutchman, Doctor and the Pirates. And we've been on the water a lot since Jacqueline wrote like
I
water
don't know why you're
worlds.
obsessed with this. She just happens to do water
She had
worlds
2 sets
and
called
another
Water
pirate
Wells,
one.
and then she had Paul Mars write one on the Seven Seas with
Jacqueline Rayner
Iris.
is not obsessed with water.
Jacqueline, why are you so obsessed with water?
She's not.
We live near water, you know. If you want a fish supper, come to Eastbourne. We'll take you down the beach. Harry Ramsden's, do you think? Who knows?
Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I love both. I think the Sixth Doctor's had a great year. I think he's had 5 very distinct stories. Probably the best of the year for me. It would be a cross between the Paul Mars one, the Iris one in that set, because that was really touching and really funny. And this one, Red is for Danger, which I just think it's a bit of a classic, actually. I just think it was superbly written.
It definitely stands out. It'd definitely be remembered as a different kind of story out of all these.
Do you think
recent
Colin
box sets,
like doing like the teacher thing? He's in there teaching the kids how to not be so unruly. He goes to them all, right, now, you want to learn what it's like to be an imperialist? You boys, stand up and scream. You're an imperialist coming across the hill. And the kid goes, oh, no good at all. You boy, next. Oh, he's trying to turn everyone into mini Collins.
He's trying to get them to scream so they recognise which red-headed kid it was.
Oh, was that why?
Yeah.
Oh.
There was a reason for it.
He can't tell him that. He tells them that because he's trying to teach them how to be.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. And
anyway,
the Turlo twist, I mean, part of me is rolling my eyes and going,
it's a shame because,
God,
again, we've had these
matching
we've had these two original great stories, and you've got to shove in some continuity, returning character, returning something. We almost were returning 3 for a box set.
But I trust Jacqueline Rayner. And I trust for her to have a story in mind for the Sixth Doctor.
Is it Jacqueline Rayner, though?
Turlo. Yeah, she's doing another year. Yeah. She's not setting this up and then handing it over to someone else. No, she's got another year's worth of set. I mean, amazing, right?
Well, we don't know. We could be waiting a whole, load of box sets before we get another Turlo one. I don't know.
You haven't read it,
knows?
but Wolfsbane, it's just on the shelf, just here. Fabulous books, aren't they? That is when she wrote Fourth Doctor, Harry and Sarah horror story, And then the amnesiac Eighth Doctor is in there as well, and he meets Harry, and she pulls it off brilliantly. So I think if anybody can do this sort of once and future style crossover, because she'll always have a character line. She'll
Mm.
always have a character line. So I think it's going to be really, really great. But yeah, the first one, an easy 7, 8, just very fun. The second one was a 10 for me.
Wow.
I thought it was blissful. Yeah. One of my favorite individual releases for quite some time, I think. What about
Wow.
you?
Yeah, the first one fine. Second one, yeah, really, really high, maybe an 8 or a 9. We'll see though.
Were you going to
All
tell
this
everybody?
always happens. You like consume the box set and you're like, right, when's the
Yeah,
next
no,
one
because
out?
it's Colin.
Because we
It's
want to see what
Colin.
happens next, and we've
Although,
got to wait till like next year now.
are you listening to me, Rob Valentine, Nick Briggs, or anyone who might be listening to this, the Big Finish Insider, and we will find out who you are. All right, we will find out. Can we have flip back, please? Lisa
Yeah,
Greenwood.
that's a
I've
shame
seen her
though.
go. I'm on her Instagram. I'll see her going to auditions, sitting in her car, preparing herself for auditions. She's working again. So I know you're, 10 years ahead, but in 10 years' time, I expect to see some flip box sets, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But for the meantime, we'll have Perry and Turlo.
Oh, Perry's
We're gonna have
great.
all this, aren't we?
Didn't you
Oh my
love it
God,
though? Well,
Turlo!
no, wait. I mean, you said it's a bad set for her, but all that stuff in episode
No, she
1,
does have some
where
good
she was
stuff.
like, "I am Captain Perry of the high
No, but
seas."
well, sort of.
I
Sort
thought
of.
she'd figure out the
And
woman was
also,
pregnant, though.
we have to just say as well, so weird. Did anyone else notice in the blurb when this box set's cover
Oh,
was released, Perry was, or Nicola Bryant was credited as Perry slash the Terrible Zodin, and there was something in the blurb about facing the Terrible Zodin,
yeah,
and then suddenly I realized, I looked at it again when it had been released, all of that had
it's
gone,
all
it had
come
been
out
changed.
because it's a twist.
No, but also,
It's a bloody
but
twist in the
also,
story.
is she? No, but even the Terrible Zodian isn't really in it. It's just sort
No,
of
I know
mentioned
that, but
as
it's supposed to
well.
be
So
because fans know the
yeah, but there's
terrible
no need to
Zodin
yeah, but
is.
there's never no need to credit or mention the way that it was written was like, and they it was just completely written wrong, basically. Like someone who
Essentially,
had
I mean,
not
now
heard
you've
the
mentioned it,
story,
the terrible Zodin was the
just
mother
a
of the
mention.
child that the
Yeah,
doctor.
but wasn't actually in it.
The doctor's going, not Zodin. I wouldn't have had it off with her. He goes, I mean, she's absolutely statuesque and beautiful, but one of the most scourges of the galaxy. Oh, Colin, you were so good in
So how
this.
weird that like I think some wires got crossed there and someone wrote
Oh
up the
no.
wrong description.
Can you break out the Colin Finish
Anyway,
big ident for us, please?
oh
He
right,
deserves it for
okay.
this one.
Anyway,
Yeah,
it's
wonderful.
too long now. So
Wonderful.
well done, everybody. Great box set. If you want a
Yeah,
really new original story,
yeah.
get Red is for Danger.
Before we go, I'm just going to say I'm not going to tell you why, but Mark was driven out of the living room
Oh,
towards the end of the second story, so he only heard it in the next room. Anyway, shall we end this?
yes, and don't forget everyone
To
to finish
finish instantly.
big.